Good evening, all. I'm Shubham from Impacted Learning. We are an IIT Madras based startup. We aim to equip school students with skill set and mindset to take on the real world problems. We aim to create citizens who can impact lives around them positively by following their passions. We have initiated this webinar series called Impact Talks so that school students get to interact with the experienced and successful minds across country and across various industries, get inspired by them and impact the world just the way they did. Thanks a lot for registering for Impact Talks and welcome for today's Impact Talk. So today we are so excited to have Mr. Kunal Sharma, founder president at Chhatra Sansad India. Chhatra Sansad aims to increase the socio-political awareness of the youth of India and to make them aware of the current development and cultural issues that are currently plaguing our society. So Mr. Kunal started Chhatra Sansad to encourage youth of today and tomorrow to at the very least take an active interest in our political system. At its core, he wants to destigmatize politics and make young men and women of India realize that they too can be in position of power, that they too can dream of a better India, and that they and only they are responsible for it. Now you would have guessed why we have today's theme, which is taking responsibility for a better future. So with that, let's start off with our questions. So, sir, what were your dreams as a kid back then, and how did it lead to starting off Chhatra Sansad, which indeed has a great vision?
First of all, I would like to thank you for taking such an initiative, and I would like to congratulate your startup Impact Hut because I've been seeing your activities for a while and the impacts which you are creating in young students who are the future of our country. I think that's something really great. Talking about dreams, so I when I was in school, I was privileged enough to get a decent education. When I was in school, I used to play cricket. I used to play professional cricket. I've given 7 years of my life to cricket, but I left due to some reasons. And I think that my dream at that time was to play for India. And once I left cricket, I went to Pune for my law, and I started pursuing law. And from that particular moment, that was a time when I wanted to become a criminal lawyer. So I think dreams change, and right now what I'm dreaming is something which is a little off track, but I really want to see the young force leading our country. When we say that India is, as a country, our average age of an Indian is 28 years old, and when we say 28 years old, we want more young people to lead the change. So that is what our organization Chhatra Sansad has been doing since the last 5 years, and we've been doing some crazy initiatives which are reaching out and impacting a lot of lives positively.
Quite inspiring. So moving on, one of the things which I understand from what you do is the importance to empathize with the situation around. So, how important do you think it is to empathize with the situation around and take responsibility to put efforts helping them in whatever small way possible?
So, talking about the current situation, as we all know that we have a very dangerous virus which is amongst us, and we all understand that it is going to take a while to deal with it. So, talking about the current situation and the way we can take things, we can initiate things in a positive manner. I would just like to give you all an example about what exactly we did during this pandemic. So, when the first day when the Janta curfew was declared, we were all shocked, and this was the first time we have seen something like this. I mean, I'm sure everyone has seen something like this for the very first time. We had a team meeting the very next day after the curfew was imposed. We had the core team talking about what exactly do we have to do in the next few days, because this is going to take a lot of time. The first problem which clicked in was that there were a lot of daily wage workers who were struggling to get back to their homes, and our team fed around 12,000 daily wage workers, underprivileged people, to make sure that they are fed properly. And I believe initiatives like this, we have to take the situation when we see a situation which is creating a lot of nuisance in a lot of lives. We need to come out and help the society. So I think that is what we try to do.
Like 12,000 plus, like that's really inspiring, sir. Uh, so are you even like, is it over now? Is that initiative over now? Is it still going on?
No, so what happened was I'll just tell you the story what exactly happened. So I come from a city named Vadodara in Gujarat, and so while the food distribution in Vadodara, there were a lot of other organizations who are also out helping the people. Out of them, a few people tested positive while distributing food. So that was the time when the concerned authorities made a decision that we need to stop all the organizations who are feeding people. So that was the time when it stopped. But right when that thing was stopped, we made sure that we do something digitally. So we hosted an initiative named Yuva Niti, which touched around 12,000 youngsters across Pan India. And we hosted people like Manish Sisodia, BK Shivani, Tejasvi Surya, and a list of other such leaders who are representing the country in some or the other way. And there were a lot of youngsters who interacted with them. Because I personally believe that if a young person gets to interact with someone who's leading the change, it gets I personally got inspired by someone who was saying something really inspirational and motivational. So that one line changed my life. So I believe that a lot of lives can be changed by such small interactions, and people like you who are also hosting such interactions, I think that's great job done.
Uh, Thanks a lot. So I resonated with it a lot. All of us at Impact I do it. So again, that's the main motive for Impact Talks.
Right.
Okay, sir. So moving on, what were the takeaways in one of your project which we discussed earlier, Nation Leadership Tour,
Right.
wherein you met different leaders in various domains like Mr. Anna Hazare, Mr. Arnab Goswami, Mr. Rajat Sharma, and what's the main motive of conducting such a project?
So we initiated Intern Nation in 2018. We had a core team discussion about what is something which we can do. We used to host a 1 month long internships here in Vadodara, but we wanted to make sure we do something pan India, reach out to more people, and do something much more constructive and creative. We came up with this Intern Nation Leadership Tour, which is a 10-day leadership tour where we select Pan India students. We have a selection process. We select 45 students. We take them, make them travel to two different states. Last year, we went to Delhi, Bombay, and Raleigh City. Delhi and Bombay were the cities, and Raleigh City is a village where Anna Hazare comes from. So we had a 10-day tour which had interactions, which had research on different topics such as how does a media channel work, the education policies of our country, the infrastructure of our country, how does a metro work. So those were the topics we researched on. We interacted with role models. That there was one-to-one interaction with people like Anna Hazare, Devendra Fadnavis, Rajyavardhan Singh Rathod, Thawar Chand Gehlot, Manish Sisodia, and a list of such other speakers. We visited the ADR, we visited the Parliament, we visited the MRDA studios. So that was something which we did. There were leadership activities which used to happen. So I think the 10-day leadership tour literally changed my life as the person who was hosting it, because it gave you a lot of inspiration, motivation, traveling across, speaking to people of that stature who are already leading the country. And I think that's a different experience overall. And we have made sure that we used to do that once a year, International Leadership Tour, but now we are going to host it in summers and winters. This year, because of this pandemic, we were not really able to execute that, but we're going to make sure we have this tour coming up where we are visiting Delhi, Lucknow, and Varanasi, where we'll be going to research on the governance structure of the Uttar Pradesh government and the Delhi government, and interaction again with the different role models.
What have you been up to nowadays, and what are your future plans for Chhatra Sansad given the pandemic, and what are plans after the pandemic?
So there were a few things which I wanted to share with all the people who have been seeing us today. Chhatra Sansad has been working on 5 important projects. One of those projects I have just explained it to you. That is the International Leadership Tour. The second project which Chhatra Sansad is working upon is the School of Leadership. So we've been training. School of Leadership is about rural youth development and the urban youth development programs. We have been training around 28,000 youngsters in Vadodara city, and we've been training around 200 underprivileged youth of a district named Narmada Narmada district here in Gujarat, and that is a CSR activity again. So that is one of the projects which we are working upon. The third and very important project where Chhatra Sansad started. I started Chhatra Sansad back in 2015 with a leadership conclave. So that was one thing which really motivated me, and I started my own journey of Chhatra Sansad. So now we have made sure that we do a leadership conclave every year that is named as Gujarat Chhatra Sansad, where we have students coming in from all the universities, colleges of Gujarat, all the schools of Gujarat, and we have national dignitaries talking about burning issues of our country, and they've been interacting with the youth, answering their questions, and the youth have been coming up, coming, sharing the stage with those dignitaries, and becoming they've been becoming our youth speakers. So I think that is something which we've been really working upon. And in 2019, on the 22nd of December, we hosted the fourth Gujarat Chhatra Sansad Conclave, where we hosted Aapki Adalat of Rajat Sharma here in Vadodara, which was a totally different concept. We hosted the former Chief Justice of India, KG Balakrishnan, the 37th Chief Justice of India, Dr. Subramanian Swamy, Saurabh Dwivedi from the Lalin Top, and a list of other such national dignitaries. And there were more than 10,000 youngsters who joined us physically for that particular leadership conclave. So that is the other project which we work upon. The fourth and a very core project of Chhatra Sansad is the youth parliaments. So I think a lot of youngsters here who are watching us today know about the Model United Nations. But I think why we thought about this 4 years back, where why do we talk about different countries? Why do we research about different countries, get solutions for different countries? We need to start with doing that from our own city, our own particular society. And that is where we can do something much more constructive for our country. So that is a youth parliament. We've been hosting youth parliaments across 11 districts of Gujarat, where we have school students participating, where we have college students, working professionals participating in the Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha. They've been representing the leaders, talking about issues, researching about them, and we create a report which is submitted to the respective governments, such as the state and the central government, about what exactly are the changes in policy which the young mind thinks. So that is the fourth campaign which we do. We've been the team has already always been keen on doing something on environment and saving environment. So we have Ganesh Chaturthi, which is widely celebrated across not just in our city but across the country. So we host Bacche Bole Moria campaign during Ganesh Chaturthi, where our aim and vision is to make sure that all the Ganesh pandals of the city are eco-friendly and they do not use POP Ganesh idols. And we host this with the help and support of Gujarat Police. So we make sure that we host workshops for the underprivileged kids, who are the kids of those murtikars who make the Ganesh idols, the idol makers, and we teach them how to make eco-friendly Ganesh idols. We have a team from Fine Arts Department who makes sure this happens, and those eco-friendly idols are then given as a token of gesture to all the Ganesh pandals of the city, telling them and giving them a very strong message that you're not supposed to use POP Ganesh idols, and we are here to make Vadodara and Surat and Ahmedabad the eco-friendly cities of the country. So that is the fifth project which we are working upon. The sixth and the last and the recently launched project was the Women's Empowerment Committee. So we've been seeing that talking about the young generation, talking about the youth of today, there have been a little less participation of women in Chhatra Sansad, female in Chhatra Sansad. So we wanted to make sure we do something which is really on the ground for women empowerment, making them aware, telling them the human rights, giving them legal aid, counseling, and if there's any victim who faces harassment through social media or physically, we have a team of young lawyers who help them, who guide them and take those matters forward and reach out to the concerned authorities for them. So that is the sixth project which Chhatra Sansad has been working upon. And there are such burning campaigns which we also work upon, such as we are hosting blood donation camps, we are hosting the plasma therapy camps, we've been raising awareness, and we've adopted some particular place where we're doing beautification, where we are making them aware, where we are giving them health camps. We make sure that we pay tribute to our Indian martyrs on every 16th of December, which is known as the Vijay Divas, and we give we call it Viranjali, where all the top singers of the state and the country come and pay tribute through their singing. So that is something which we keep on doing, and yeah, that is what our plans is, to take this forward, make the youth more aware, more active on the socio-political front, and to bring about a change. I think we as young people should not be. I think we should be really towards our goal. We should be really concentrated towards our goal and motivated towards our goal. But we need to make sure that we do something, at least something, for our country, because I think this is the place where we belong to, and we are all because of this country. So yeah, something for this country would make a lot of difference. And if we young people come together, I think we are the superpowers.
So, moving on to our last question, from cricket to from dreaming of being a cricketer to lawyer, and now impacting world in so many awesome ways. Like, what's your advice for the current school students of this generation so that they could also follow their passion as well as impact the world in a positive way, just the way you are doing?
I think the very important thing which I want to tell them is that the school students are the future of this country. When we say that the average age is 28 years, I think our country is going to be represented by young people. It is not just about politics; it is about every place. If you are an engineer, you have to be a leader. You have to lead that industry. If you are a doctor, you have to be a leader and you have to lead that industry. So we've been working towards building leaders across different aspects and different sections of our country. So the very important message is, you need to know your existence. You need to know how important your life is, how important it is for you to help the people of our country who are not that privileged as you. I think all the members who have joined us today, me and the team, we are all really privileged people. But we need to understand that there are a lot of other people who are not that privileged. They do not have food to eat. They do not have education. They do not have anything. All we have to make sure is we do something for them. And the day you do something for them, I think we do good for ourselves as well. I've been running Chhatra Sansad since the last 5 years, but now I'm a practicing lawyer. I'm practicing law at the District and Sessions Court here in Gujarat. And yeah, things are going really well. So you'll find your way. You'll find your way. All you have to do is make sure you help people, and the help is going to come your way too.
Thank you again for accepting this, and thanks Pranit for connecting me to you. Uh, so thanks both of you, and I wish you and your team all the very best for all the projects which are coming up. And they, like, believe me, they're really inspiring. I personally didn't know a few of them and got to know today, and I'm like really inspired by them.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was really fun talking to you.